Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Brian.
I'm Matt.
We're the Whiskey Wimps. Today's episode is special because A, this is the first time we've done a blind tasting twice in a month.
Yes, and B, we're testing
Only
two. It's the same whiskey. Batch 3, batch 4. Roughly the same. Where I want my paper.
You don't need your paper.
I don't need my paper.
So this stuff MSRP is at $200, which is high.
It's
for
high.
MSRP.
It is high.
But the thing is, for how good it is, your bottle.
We tasted this one after I bought it that night.
They were both $2.99.
They were both $2.99.
Secondary.
We tasted this one after I bought it Sunday night when you were in town.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And
Credit to Matt at HD
for putting us on.
I can't pay attention to whatever the hell I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I'm here. I'll take it over, Brian. Don't worry. You sit back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We watched Matt's channel on this whiskey, and he was just talking about how the flavors just kept changing. Every time he put his nose to the glass and every time he took a sip. And for both Brian and I that night, we were experiencing the same thing. Not that we were trying to copy Matt in any way, which is, I mean, Matt, we love you. That your fucking channel is awesome.
You copied his name. How old are you, Matt?
How
old are you exactly? I'm just curious. No, not you.
Oh.
But it kept changing. Whether it was power suggestion or not, like every time we went back, it was wildly different.
The first time we opened up,
incredible.
We did let it sit for the 10-minute recommendation, right? We timed it.
There was no recommendations. I recommended that we let it sit.
We did, but then even after that 10 minutes of letting it sit, it was still a lot of ethanol coming off.
Yeah, the ethanol was insane because of the high proof. I'm assuming.
Exactly. I'm assuming too, but even after that, a lot of time that we allowed,
it was still ethanol.
It was still ethanol.
Yeah, and it took so long for it to open up.
At least 20 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
At least 20 minutes for it to finally like all that ethanol to kind of like burn off out of the glass.
Yeah,
get out of the glass.
It took forever. We didn't mention the third thing that's different about this blind tasting. What we're doing today is, depending on whether...
Oh yes, there's some stakes to this one,
There's
guys.
some stakes here. There's some stakes in play.
Mm-hmm.
If we both agree blindly that this is our favorite bottle, then it's Matt's bottle. He'll take it home, but he'll leave me with some samples. If we both agree that this is the favorite blindly, then it's my bottle. I'll keep it, but I'll send Matt home with some samples. If Matt picks this as his favorite and I pick this is my favorite,
we switch bottles.
Then he'll take my bottle home and I'll keep this bottle here. Mm-hmm. Which by the way, we're trying to make everybody. Did I?
Yeah, you did. Actually.
And I did that by myself.
I only drank this with you.
I only drank that with me.
Last
night, by the way.
I wasn't involved. I was
okay. No, it wasn't last night. It was.
While Brian was drinking whiskey, I was sitting listening to jackhammers.
I think that this is my guess right here. This is for me.
Whoa!
Should I just pick my favorite and not give guesses?
No, shut your mouth first and let me dive into this, shall we? Oh my God.
What?
It smells so good. A lot of that wet wood.
It's a high proof.
We are here to give you guys information. That way you can go home and make executive decisions when you go to your next alcoholic store and purchase your bottle of whiskey. Whether it be batch 4, Old Carter, or batch 3, Old Carter.
Either way, you're winning to have found it at that store.
You are winning.
Period. And if you can find it for MSRP, which again is $200.
I think I paid $3.
$2.99. We didn't talk about
$2.99. It's still $3.
To be honest, dude, from last week's blind, my palate is blown, dude. And the only thing saving it, the only saving grace for me right now is the fact that this is so powerful and so intense that even though my palate's blown out,
the flavors are still there.
The flavors are still there. And those flavors
That's actually impressive because if you watched last week's episode, we did a lineup of 5 whiskeys, all our favorites, all different high levels of proof. and I'm coming in on this one here. And maybe we had 20 minutes of a break time in between. I'm still able to get all the different taste notes out of this whiskey. Brian's doing a happy dance over here.
What are your tasting notes?
Well, I really don't want to keep doing that joke of wetwood, so let's just move past that. I'm getting some vanilla.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
power of suggestion on this whiskey is probably stronger than anything else. You could probably sit there and sniff this, and you could tell me while I'm sniffing
Well, that's
it.
the thing, is like, because every time I put it down, like, let's say I put this down, get some fresh air, like, going through the nostrils here,
Fresh water across the tongue.
and then I come, drink some whiskeys here, or some water here. Shout out to Deuce Jim, Cigars Daily. I get a totally different.
What are the notes, bro? I'm asking you for your notes. Nose and tasting.
I'm getting some, like a glazed donut.
You're just copying people now.
No, I'm not. I'm actually getting the glazed donut. There are some cookies in here, Brian.
Oh.
Brian, there's a lot of cookies
Well, it looks like banana bread from this angle.
from this angle,
That's
yes.
the bottom of the cookie, yeah?
But yeah, that's the bottom of the cookie. But there's some bourbon cookies in here.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be hitting this up after
On Instagram.
on Instagram.
Matt just created an Instagram this month for us, and we're gonna do our first live on there right after we're done filming this episode. So, and we'll continue to do lives on Instagram because we're trying to promote ourselves.
All right, do you want to take a gander of what batch it is?
I think that number one is batch 4.
I was the same number one as batch 4 too.
Dang it. That means that I'm just gonna get, if we're both right, it means you're going home with it.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna give me a little sample. Which, if you're on Patreon,
join the Patreon, guys, because we'll send you.
samples of the
Water.
spring water that we have flowing out right behind us over here.
Show them the bottles. Oh. Look at these, man.
Samples
These will be hand poured by Hillary, because we won't touch them.
with the funnel.
With
But I will print out the little, I got a label printer to stick on those bottles with all the information that you need about the spring water.
And you can thank Brian
is probably-
for this idea. This is
I
all
don't know
his idea.
if shipping spring water is legal or not. We're gonna do it anyway.
We're gonna do it anyways. Just comment down below if you want that, and if you do want that, join the Patreon and smack one of those. Should we consult the answer sheet?
Oh, we should. I was about to sign off.
I felt the sign off coming on there, but we
Okay,
haven't.
so we both guessed that number one is here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we both guess number one is 14.
Uh-huh.
What happens, hold on, I don't think we discussed this. What if we're both wrong? What if our favorite is actually this?
Oh no! What if the answer is actually?
Yeah, what if this is number one? Then we both said it was our favorite, so what happens then? I think that means you taking it home and I'll keep this one. No, what does it mean?
I don't know what
we
it
didn't
means.
Discuss
We
that
didn't
part.
discuss this part. We didn't come up with this conclusion that we would both be wrong. And we would.
Right, so I'm glad we're discussing it before we open up the answer.
What do you guys think we should do? Let's say this is it. We pour out that bottle onto the floor. Because that's how we roll here.
No.
Guys. No, we are ballers. We'll pour it out for the homie, and we'll share this one together. Live.
Is this
Now.
your 5% talking?
Consult the book.
But if we're both right, then I just get a sample of this and I keep my bottle. And you go home with most of this and I just get a little sample.
Yeah.
That's what we agreed on, okay.
We're friends here, guys. Like, we don't want to, like, discriminate.
We're splitting those bottles, bitch.
Wait.
Oh,
What is the-
no.
no.
Yeah, no. 13, I just assumed, in my mind I went 13's unlucky.
13 is the 4-year.
So we were right,
You're right.
which is unfortunate. I was hoping you would pick that as your favorite and just take it home so I could keep this. That's what I wanted to happen. That was my plan all along. You foiled it by being right.
I was right, guys. For the ones in this freaking episode, I was right.
We need to extend this platform out a little bit, I think.
You almost chipped into.
I did trip.
Oh, you did trip? I didn't even notice it. I was so focused on the viewers.
Don't eat the brown acid, kids.
You had brown acid? Oh, you didn't share?
No, I didn't have brown acid.
Oh, mushrooms later?
We are the whiskey wimps because neither of us can handle
Wait,
this amount of fucking proof. It's too much.
it's plenty of proof. This one's
Plenty
here.
of proof.
Here.
I invite anybody to come here and out-wimp us.
Oh.
Anybody.
Should we do a special like call out to Garrett Hartle?
Garrett Hartle, I dare you to show up here and try to out-wimp us.
I dare you to join our Patreon and tell us what we should be drinking. I dare you.
Double dog.
Double dog dare you.
Dinner's ready.
Dinner's ready, guys.
We're the whiskey
Which
wimps.
one?
Everything's better.
with whiskey.
And friends.
And friends.